My husband loves one of our sons more than the others. Today, he made a mistake that might cost him his family. My husband, Michael, has always babied our middle son, Ethan, while treating our other boys like afterthoughts. Ethan is his special one because he has mild autism, but Michael takes it way too far. Yesterday was our oldest son, Matthew's 18th birthday. We'd planned a small family dinner, nothing fancy. I'd made his favorite lasagna and bought ingredients for his requested chocolate cake. But that morning, Ethan had a complete meltdown about his video game console breaking. Instead of dealing with it normally like we'd practiced in therapy, Michael panicked and announced he was driving Ethan 2 hours to the city to buy a replacement at the only store that had it in stock. It's the exact model he needs, Michael insisted, even though Ethan had 3 other gaming systems. I reminded him about Matthew's birthday dinner at 6 p.m. Michael promised they'd be back in time, maybe even earlier. 6 o'clock came and went. 7, 8. Matthew sat at the dining room table in his best button-down shirt, the one he'd ironed himself, staring at his birthday cake with 18 unlit candles. Our youngest son, Ryan, kept asking where Dad was, and I kept making excuses. Maybe there's traffic, I said, but my heart was breaking watching Matthew's face. At 9 p.m., Michael finally called. His voice was casual, like nothing was wrong. Hey babe, we're grabbing dinner here since Ethan is exhausted from the drive. The kid deserves a treat after his rough day. We'll celebrate Matthew tomorrow instead. I felt sick. Michael, it's his 18th birthday, tonight. I know, but Ethan is finally happy again. Matthew will understand. I'll never forget the look on Matthew's face when I hung up. 18 years old, and his father had chosen a video game over his milestone birthday. Matthew just nodded slowly and said, "It's fine, Mom. I'm used to it." After dinner, I checked Michael's location on Find My Phone because something felt off. They weren't at a restaurant. They were at Michael's brother's house across town, where Ethan was showing off his new game to his cousins while Michael watched proudly. Michael had lied. He'd deliberately turned Matthew's birthday into Ethan's playdate and celebration. Ryan had fallen asleep on the couch, exhausted from waiting. I sat with Matthew as he ate a slice of his own birthday cake in silence. He didn't complain, didn't yell, just accepted it like he'd accepted 18 years of being Michael's second choice. "Mom," Matthew said quietly, "I've been saving money from my job. I think I'm going to move out before college starts." My heart sank. "Matthew, you don't have to." "Yes, I do. I can't keep pretending this doesn't hurt." When they finally got home at 11 p.m., Matthew was waiting in the living room with his bags packed and his car keys in hand. I'd helped him load his car while Ryan slept, both of us crying silently. "Where are you going?" Michael asked, confused, still carrying Ethan's new gaming setup. "I'm staying at Mom's friend Jennifer's house until I leave for college next month. Don't contact me." Michael's face went white. "Matthew, come on, we can still do cake." But Matthew looked him dead in the eye with a maturity that broke my heart and said, "You made your choice tonight, Dad. You've been making the same choice my whole life. You chose Ethan over me again, just like always. Now live with it." Ethan, finally realizing something was wrong, started crying. "Matthew, don't leave because of me. I didn't ask Dad to miss your birthday." Matthew hugged his brother gently. "This isn't about you, Ethan. This is about Dad choosing to lie to us instead of just being honest about his priorities." Michael tried to block the door. "Son, please let me explain." "Explain what? That Ethan's happiness matters more than keeping your word to me?" "I already know that, Dad. I've known it for years." The front door slammed, and suddenly Michael realized that favoring one son had just cost him another forever. Ethan was sobbing. Ryan woke up confused, and I stood there watching my family fall apart over a video game and a lie. That night, Michael slept on the couch. This morning, he keeps asking me how to fix this, but I honestly don't know if he can. Matthew won't answer his calls, and I don't blame him. Michael has spent years choosing Ethan over Matthew, and now he might lose both sons because of it.